Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Swagman Current Bike Rack for 2 electric bikes on our 2020 Cadillac Escalade. So as the title states, this is going to be a great option of getting those e-bikes on the road with us into the trailhead. As you can see, we have our e-bike on here today, and at 60-pound capacity per bike, we're going to get most of those e-bikes up on here with no problem. Keep in mind with those e-bikes though, you do want to make sure you're removing that battery as we had today. This is going to reduce damage to your bike, damage to your rack, and make for a nice smooth ride without having to worry about that battery coupling. So, it can be a great option. As you can see here, pretty standard platform rack, but these are very nice wheel cradles. Taking a closer look, you can see we can fit most of our standard bikes in here. This inner groove going to be great for those standard bikes, those mountain bikes, maybe hanging a little bit off to the outside here, and these fat tire bikes are going to fit in quite nice all around here. And you can see we just have some soft rubber stripping in here, and we also have these air-filled pocket rubber supports. What that's going to be great about getting that on our inner rim. We're not going to have any issue of actually deteriorating that wheel rim and that frame as we get it nice and secured there. You can see the ratchet, very simple to use. I kind of like the green, it stands out. Maybe we're getting there at dusk too. Easy to find those, and we're not kind of fiddling around in the dark. As you can see, this does have a frame contact on it though, so if you're looking for a way of getting your carbon frames to the bike rack, or I'm sorry, to the trail with you, this will not be a great option as that frame contact will deteriorate our bikes. Now this doesn't have to be limited to e-bikes as we were talking about either. You get those fat tire, mountain, and other types on here, but it is the one true Swagman for our e-bikes. Taking a look at the cradles here and the arms, the ratcheting arm system. We have this very supple kind of rubber here. As you can see, it's not getting a lot of play on the inside here. Why I like that, as you can see, it's actually going to secure quite nice to our frame. We're not going to have any play going left and right, and we're not going to have any damage to our frame. It's nice and smooth for us. So we'll go ahead and set that to the side. Let's go ahead and take a look of actually getting this bike off of our rack. Again, we have this ratcheting system. Easy just to kind of go in the back end and push that through. We've had this guy in studio for a little while, so you can see you're getting a little debris build up in there. You just take a wet cloth and clean those up. It'll make that system way easier. Tossing that strap out of our way is going to help us, and repeating the process on the other side. We can go ahead and push that to the other end. Now we come to our middle again. We do have this middle frame contact, which gives us a lot of stability. What we want to do, if we take a look, we actually do have a locking cord on this handle, so make sure that's unlocked, and that'll actually be keyed alike to our hitch pin that we'll go into later. All we want to do though, press in that lever, you'll hear that click, and then gently slide this up. I like to just go ahead and get them out of the way so they're not too much trouble for us, and then just simply walking this off the end is going to be a great option for us. And then we can just take it right off to the edge. And now we're ready to hit the trail. Again, this mask can kind of get in the way a little bit. So if you have an extra set of hands, I recommend definitely just going ahead and utilizing this trigger action here. This lever is just going to pull right up, and that's going to allow our mask to actually condense down. So if you have somebody else holding the bike, I suggest go ahead, dropping that mask, making it really easy just to walk around. But as you saw, not too hard for yourself to fight with. Keep in mind, you are working with a little bit of a heavier bike since it's up above you. So whatever we can do to reduce that is going to help. Now, with any hitch-mounted accessory, we are going to add length to our vehicle. So let's go ahead and give a quick look at that. Taking a look here, we see that we have to the end of the bracket, we had about 26 inches, which isn't too bad at all. Another quick feature I want to actually show us, guys, is we actually do have a very nice tilt-away feature. And taking a look at this bottom pole right here, we can see that we just want to go ahead and support that mass, take a little of the tension off. You can see it's going to bind itself, and it's going to drop down. I wish I'd showed you this before I got the bike off, but today this one will actually work out great for us. Our pedal just kind of skeeches in right there, allowing us to access our hatch. So that's actually a really nice option. Some of the other ones we've tested on this Escalade are having a little bit of issue with their tilt-away feature. However, this one and on our current bike is getting us quite a lot here. So taking a look, I can get in here, I can get that cargo, I can get those coolers, anything I might need. I don't have to scramble around the back. And with the Escalade, we definitely want to be utilizing this cargo here. So taking a look, let's go ahead and see that break even point on this guy. And as you can see, we're going to have not too much issue there at all coming from the end of our bike rack. So let's go ahead and get this guy back in its position. As we talked about before, we do have a little bit of length added here, so anything we can do to actually condense that down is going to be a great option. Utilizing that same lever we just used, we're going to go ahead and pull. Again, I like taking that tension off the mast. It really helps just kind of unlock this. As you can see, get that back in position, and it just clicks right in place. We're not having any movement at all, really. Again, that's me really kind of having to pull on it to get any play. I don't think we're going to have any issue going on the road. And as you can see, we have plenty of space to the back of our vehicle here. And going from right about where this middle assembly is, we have about 4 inches of clearance. So again, we're not going to be worried about that hitting our vehicle. We're not going to have too many issues at all. Now, an important dimension to keep in mind as well is our clearance to the bottom of the ground. So as those front wheels go up, the back will go down, and especially our hitch accessories. And taking a look at the bottom here, looks like we have about 23 1/8 inch to the bottom of this guy. And let's go ahead and take a quick look at our shank. That looks like it's the farthest point down. And at 22.5, I don't think we're going to have too many issues on the trail. But keep in mind, any steep terrain going up front, you know, those big driveways and whatnot. Moving down the shank, we do have an 1.25 inch receiver here. However, it does come included with a 2-inch sleeve adapter that you see we have installed today. That's going to allow us to utilize our 2-inch hitch. And moving down further, we do have a nice anti-rattle threaded hitch bolt on the back here. That's going to bring this in line with our frame. And we do have a nice locking core here. And as we talked about before, these will match up to the locking cores on our ratcheting arm system. As you can see, an anti-rattle threaded hitch bolt doing a great job of actually getting this in line with our vehicle. We're going to feel it less, our bikes are going to feel it less. It's going to make for a nice, smooth ride. Well, if you're looking for a way of getting those e-bikes to the trail with you, I mean, this one has it in the title. It is e-bike certified. It is the go-to from Swagman to get those e-bikes to the trail. However, it is still very versatile and can get a whole multitude of bikes on the trail with us. So I think it's going to be a great option. I like the green of all the mechanisms that stick out. I kind of like that. You know, when it's at dusk and you're finally trying to get them loaded on, it's kind of hard to hassle with all those straps. You can easily see them right away for you. Well, I think that about does it for our look at the Swagman Current 2-bike carrier for electric bikes on our 2020 Cadillac Escalade. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway.